Good afternoon, everyone. Today I'm going to present to you why I believe NAPLAN testing is positive and why I believe it should stick around in Australian schools. There has been a lot of criticism about the effectiveness of NAPLAN testing and whether it is positive for students, teachers, and students. I can see the perspective of this criticism, but at the same time, I think that NAPLAN can be very useful tool for students, teachers, and schools to learn and develop education experiences. Like everything, NAPLAN requires growth and a chance to enable it to become a successful and useful learning tool. At the current time, NAPLAN tests are performed in years 3, 5, 7, and 9 in May each year. It focuses on the key foundation areas of learning being reading, writing, spelling, grammar, and punctuation and numeracy. I believe if the education department considered making this testing a yearly test to assess those key foundation areas, it would enable teachers and schools to better provide relevant education to all students. If it is conducted in May and the results are able to be attained for the start of term 3, teachers can better help students in the second half of the year to improve their results. These days, technology is our forefront learning tool. If tests were predominantly done online, results could be calculated quicker than they currently are and sent to teachers and schools over mid-year holidays. Then this information could be utilized by the schools and teachers to help modify and develop their teaching and to improve areas where students may need further development or are struggling. They would also see areas where schools are doing well in and just need consistent learning maintained. Because NAPLAN is only conducted in certain years, it is focused on as a major thing. Students tend to worry about it and therefore probably don't perform as well as they possibly could. If it was changed to a more regular yearly thing and became more of a normal thing as part of the yearly learning, I think it would be more successful. If it was more used as a gauge of the current position of each student in order to enable better education to be provided in individual students, it would be more beneficial. So yes, NAPLAN has flaws. There is room for improvement, but that doesn't mean it needs to be scrapped. If we get rid of everything that wasn't perfect, it would be a very boring world. NAPLAN focuses its testing on the main core elements of the curriculum that are utilized to help students branch out into other areas of learning. If these core skills are well developed and maintained, students would quite possibly find it easier in other areas of learning. Students are all different and require different levels of assistance with their learning. If NAPLAN is used to identify the assistance needed for each individual student, it would continue to be a very useful learning tool for students, teachers, and schools. Australia-wide should have a basic standard to compare NAPLAN test results to so that everyone can be confident in the results each student is achieving is comparable to all other students. Let's make NAPLAN testing better for everyone and let it help us out in our learning. After all, isn't that why we're at school?